is Thursday, February 25. Welcome to CGN News. Outgoing Caricom Chairman Dr. Ralph Gonsalves urged regional leaders to speak out against the European Union's EU blacklisting of Dominica. On Monday, the EU removed Barbados from the blacklist but said Dominica had received a partially compliant rating from the Global Forum for Transparency. Addressing CARICOM's intersessional meeting, Gonsalves complained that regional countries were left out of the process of determining who is on the list. The St. Vincent Prime Minister said the EU used its power to declare another country non-cooperative even if the country satisfies all-inclusive processes of the governing bodies. Dr. Ralph Gonsalves felt it was unfortunate and untimely. Premier of Nevis, Mark Brantley, and other cabinet ministers were the first persons to receive the COVID-19 vaccines as the immunization drive kicked off on Wednesday. Brantley said his cabinet is leading by example to show that getting vaccinated against the virus is safe, CMC reports. The Premier called it a historic day and added that he looked forward to the rest of the population getting vaccinated. Minister of Health Hazel Brandy Williams encouraged residents to make appointments at their nearest health center as soon as possible. Caribbean Community Chairman Dr. Keith Rowley has stressed the importance of addressing crime and violence in the region as a public health issue. To do this, he said, a planned high-level summit of member states and regional multi-sectoral partners must be convened. That summit had been scheduled for April last year but was postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. However, the Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister said on Wednesday that it is crucial for it to be convened soon. Prime Minister Mia Mottley says she is willing to sit down with the author of an article titled, quote, "COVID Search in Barbados Points to Policy Failures," end quote, carried on www.antillian.org. Written by guest contributor Melissa Goddard, Ph.D., a Barbadian research scientist, it went viral in 24 hours. In a release issued Tuesday night, Mottley said she wanted to hear the views of the people, whether resident or abroad. Quote, "We will listen. We are in this together, and I have always said that many hands make light work," end quote, the statement said, according to Loop Barbados. Venezuela ordered the expulsion of the chief European Union EU diplomat following the imposition of sanctions on several Venezuelan officials accused of undermining democracy. Venezuelan Foreign Minister Jorge Oreza said Brillante Perdosa was declared persona non grata and given 72 hours to leave the country by decision of President Nicolas Maduro. Reza said the EU does not have the moral nor legal authority to impose punishments on citizens of any other country. The Venezuelan government's action came 2 days after the EU sanctioned 19 Venezuelan officials, freezing their assets and banning them from traveling to the bloc. 55 Venezuelan officials have been sanctioned by the European Union. U.S. President Joe Biden has revoked a proclamation issued under the Trump administration that blocked many green card applicants from entering the United States. The order by former President Donald Trump cited a need to protect U.S. jobs amid high unemployment rates caused by the coronavirus pandemic. The White House announced Wednesday that Biden overturned the measure through an executive order, saying Trump's ban separated families and does not advance the interests of the United States. Human rights advocates have been calling on the Biden administration to overturn the measure, which was set to expire on March 31. U.S. regulators have found the single-shot Johnson & Johnson coronavirus vaccine safe and effective. It paves the way for it to become the third COVID-19 vaccine to be authorized in the U.S., possibly within days. The vaccine would be a cost-effective alternative to the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines and can be stored in a refrigerator instead of a freezer. Trials found it prevented serious illness but was 66% effective overall when moderate cases were included. The company has agreed to provide the U.S. with 100 million doses by the end of June. 2 police officers in the Philippines were killed in a shootout with other federal agents during a botched undercover drug bust, state media Philippines news agency is reporting. The two officers from the Philippine National Police faced off against Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency officials on Wednesday. 3 agents were also wounded in the confrontation. Police had been conducting a drug bust operation in a fast food chain parking lot when they found out they were transacting with DEA agents. The shootout took place shortly after. The exact circumstances of the shooting are not yet clear. With the start of the Atlantic hurricane season less than 100 days away, the National Hurricane Center has released the list of names for the storms expected for the 2021 season. The Atlantic hurricane season runs from June 1 to November 30. There are 21 named tropical cyclones in the Atlantic basin in a season, and additional storms take names from the Greek alphabet. There were 30 named storms in 2020, the last of which was Iota. For 2021, the first 5 named storms following the usual alphabetical order are Anna, Bill, Claudette, Danny, and Elsa. The names of hurricanes are recycled every 6 years, and in instances where storms are especially severe, the names are retired. And finally, Princess Latifa, the alleged captive daughter of Dubai's ruler, has appealed to UK police to reinvestigate the kidnap of her older sister from a Cambridge street more than 20 years ago. In a letter shared with the BBC, Latifa told police this could help free Princess Shamsa, who was captured on the orders of their father. Shamsa, then 18, has not been seen in public since. Latifa's letter represents the 3rd plea to the police to investigate the abduction. A High Court ruled in 2019 that the Sheikh had abducted both daughters. Last week, the BBC broadcast shocking videos Latifa had secretly recorded, in which she described how she was being held hostage by her father following a failed escape attempt in 2018. The UN has since asked the United Arab Emirates for proof that Latifa is alive. The government of Dubai has not responded to BBC requests for comment. That's it for CGN News. I'm Scott Wilson. Thanks for watching.